Hello and welcome back to another step-by-step tutorial with Blossom Themes YouTube channel. In today's video, I will show you how you can create a lead generating food blog with Cookery Lite Free WordPress theme. Cookery Lite is one of our latest theme release. If you are looking to up your blog from alright to appetizing, then this is the perfect theme for you. It has an elaborate set of features that gives you everything you need to excel as a food blogger. Even if you are a complete beginner with zero coding knowledge, with the help of this video tutorial, you will be able to get your site up and ready in no time. Let's get started. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and hit the bell icon for notification to never miss an update. Also, for other cooler updates, make sure you follow us on all of our social media pages. The links are in the description box and also in our homepage banner. I will start with the demo page over here so that you do have an idea of what you get with the theme. To access Cookery Lite Free theme, you'll have to go to our site blossomthemes.com. Go to Shop, go to Free Themes, click on Cookery Lite. If you scroll down, you will be able to access the live demo page of the Cookery Lite theme by clicking on the live demo button. I have already opened the live demo page in this tab, so I will be explaining and exploring Cookery Lite theme from this tab only. We will start with the header section over here. You can create a unique site identity for your site. If you have a logo that you have already created, you can upload it and you can also control its size in pixels. If you do not have a site logo yet, you can always display the site title and tagline. You can link various social medias to the header section. You also get to add navigation menu like this and like this. Cookery Lite Free theme allows navigation menu in 3 different areas: the primary, the secondary, and the footer areas. You also get a back to top button like this, through which you can easily go to the top of your site from any portion of your website. A beautiful banner slider where you can easily display the latest recipes. The featured area section where you can link important pages, the ones that you do not want your visitors to miss out, and you can add as many featured boxes as you want to. As a blogger, branding is mainly based on personality, and the About section helps you to get familiar with your users through that. This is the home page. On the left hand side are the blog posts or the recipes, which are going to look something like this. And on the right hand side are various widgets that you can add. And you can use this widget to display your image, add a short description about yourself. You can also add in your signature, link in your social media profiles, and also link the About page. You can also add a recipe keys widget, add a newsletter section widget, various popular recipes, recipes categories, popular tags widget, social media widget, Instagram widget, and so on. You also get to highlight the selected recipes in the featured recipes section. And you can proudly display your association with established media houses, which also helps you to build your brand credibility. Since Cookery Lite theme is a lead generating theme, you get to display newsletter not only on the home page but also at the bottom of each of the posts, and this is very important for email marketing. You also get to integrate your Instagram section. If your visitors click on one of the posts, they will be able to check it out, and if they click on follow us, they will be able to access your Instagram page. From here, they can easily check out the rest of your posts and your work, what you do, as well as get in touch with you. Next is the footer copyright text. Some part of the footer copyright text can be edited, but the entire footer copyright text can only be edited in our Pro theme. In the footer navigation menu, you can either add all of the items that are already added in your primary or your secondary menu locations, or you can also link in the privacy policies and terms and conditions pages. You can link the items that are listed in your primary or secondary menu so that your users do not have to scroll all the way to the top in order to be able to access or navigate their way around your website. Let's go to the top. If you go over to templates, Cookery Lite offers 5 different page templates, which gives you the option to how you present your recipes. If you open one of the templates, let's go to recipe courses. This is how it displays. Your visitors can narrow down their search on the basis of various recipe courses, categories that you add, like breakfast, dessert, dinner, drinks, lunch, non-veg, soup, vegetarian, and so on. If they click on breakfast, then only those recipes that are listed under breakfast course will be shown. This helps the user to find the recipe that they want to find within your site. You can go ahead and check out the rest of the templates from our demo page here. Let's go back to our home page. And now we will check out how our recipes look like. Let's open the first recipe from here. This is what your recipe will look like. You can also add in the photos to your gallery, which will be displayed like this. This is the featured image. You can add in the description of your recipe. Since Cookery Lite is Delicious Recipes plugins compatible, you also get to add a beautiful recipe card. This recipe card is handy when it comes to not only displaying the step-by-step recipe instructions or adding ingredients, it also helps to add other important information such as cooking method, cuisines, courses, prep time, cook time, rest time, calories, suitable season, and so on. Under recipe card, you can add in a short description of the recipe. You can also display serving-based ingredients. You only have to add in the serving sizes and the measurement will be adjusted automatically. You only have to add in quantity, unit, ingredients, and you also get to add in a side note. You can also create various sections for your ingredients and display the additional toppings. The Delicious Recipes plugin also allows you to display step-by-step instruction. You can also display the images of the respective instructions so as to make it user-friendly and convenient for your users. If you happen to own a YouTube channel, then you can easily feature your videos like this in your posts. And it plays like this. Next is the nutritional facts chart. In order to cater to users who are super conscious about the food they eat and cook, the nutritional facts chart help you to display the information about the nutritions to your users. You can also add extra notes like this to your recipe, add in keywords. With the help of social sharing buttons, your visitors can easily share the recipe on Instagram and Pinterest. You can also display the author section right underneath each of the recipe posts. As I said before, the newsletter section can be displayed at the bottom of each of the recipe posts, which is very important for email marketing. You also get to display the related posts at the bottom of each of the recipe posts. You can also enable or disable comments section at the end of each recipes that you post, and your users also have the option to rate your recipe and also leave their comments. There are more elements right on top. These buttons make accessing each of your recipes even more convenient. If your visitors click on Jump to Recipe, then they can directly go to the recipe. If they click on Jump to Video, if you have added any videos like this, then they will be taken directly down to the video that you have added. If they click on Print Recipe, they have the option to print your entire recipe. And you can easily control the things that will be displayed in the print option of your recipe card from here. We will go back to our home page. If you want to explore more of the demo page, then please click the link I have added in the description box below, and you can access our Cookery Lite demo page even more thoroughly. Now I will head over to the sales page of Cookery Lite free theme. Let's scroll down. If you click on the View Pro button, you will be taken to the sales page of Pro version of the Cookery Lite free theme. This is the side-by-side comparison between the free and the Pro theme. You can go through the chart if you want to know what are the differences between both the theme and whether you want to go for the free or the pro theme. Let's jump straight into the features. Cookery Lite is optimized for lead generation. The theme comes with multiple newsletter sections and call to action sections in key areas like how you saw in the demo page, which helps increase the effectiveness of lead generation forms. The theme will look as beautiful in mobile and tablet devices as they look in PC. The theme also passes the Google Mobile Friendly test, which prioritizes your website in Google search results. All the changes that you make on your left-hand side can be previewed in real time. On the right-hand side, you can easily change the primary, secondary, and background color of the theme. You can also choose from 900 and plus Google fonts. The Cookery Lite Free theme is also fully compatible with Delicious Recipes plugin. You can use this plugin to create recipes with step-by-step instructions easily. It also offers additional details with features such as recipe keys, adjustable servings in nutrition facts box, advanced search, and more. And you can create a beautiful recipe card. You can add in step-by-step cooking instructions, display serving-based ingredients. You can also add a nutritional value chart in the recipe card. The theme also comes with an advanced search function so that visitors can easily search your catalog of recipes using advanced filters based on your labels. If you go over to the demo page from under templates, if you go to the search recipes page, there are various filters your users will be able to select or search for the recipes based on seasons, cuisine, recipe type, cooking method, difficulty ingredients, simple factors, sorting, and so on. You get 6 customizable recipe widgets such as recipe categories and popular recipes. You get 5 recipe page templates like the one I showed you in the demo page, recipe courses, cuisine, cooking methods, recipe keys, and tags. The Delicious Recipes plugin also allows you to place a Surprise Me button, which is the feature that offers a randomized recipe suggestion to your visitors. Next, Delicious Recipes also uses Gutenberg blogs to enable some useful layout elements such as handpicked recipes and Recipe by Taxonomy, which helps you to showcase specific recipes and draw more traffic to those pages. You also get a print recipe option. You get Instagram and Pinterest share. You get 2 customizable banner options. The first is a static image or a video with call to action, and a smooth and attractive banner as slider. You can also customize the site logo with size control. You also get to display your portfolios with the help of portfolio page template. The theme is also Gutenberg compatible with the Gutenberg blog editor. It is also Elementary compatible, with the help of which you can customize the theme using the Page Builder plugin if you want extended customization features. The theme is also optimized for speed and performance, which gives you value points in your SEO performance. It is also search engine optimized to help you get a head start on your SEO journey. It has strategically placed newsletter section, an About section to display your bio. It has unlimited featured boxes where you can link various pages that you don't want your visitors to miss out, and you can add as many featured area boxes as you want to. It also has featured recipe section to highlight the recipes of your selection, the featured on section to display the logos of those media houses or the brands that you have already worked with. You can display your Instagram feed. You also get a footer menu like the one we saw in the demo page. It also allows author bio on the sidebar. This theme also allows you to highlight your interaction in the comment section of each post. You can enable or disable automatic image crop to decrease the size of the images on your site. The footer copyright editor. You can also integrate various social medias on the header section of your website. You get built-in SEO settings. You can also choose the excerpt length of your posts. The theme also displays the related post of the category on single post to suggest articles similar to the one your visitors are reading. You can also place the comment section right at the end of the post to encourage interaction and also to know what your users actually think about your post and your recipes. You also get a back to top button. Cookery Lite theme is also widgets ready. You can select and add from 22 highly customizable widgets of your choice. It is also cross-browser compatible. It allows easy legibility to make sure that your site is easy and readable to explore. It is also schema-friendly. The theme can also integrate with right-to-left scripts like Arabic and Hebrew. It is also translation ready, which means you can easily localize this theme and translate it in your local language. Since we regularly update our themes with latest features and security patches, your site will continue to be compatible with the newest WordPress version and support future versions of any plugins and extensions you may use. This theme is also designed with developers in mind. You'll find it easier to make your way through this theme's coding. The theme also comes with detailed documentation that gives you step-by-step instructions on setting up your site. With the help of our quick and friendly support team, you can easily place any confusions or queries with the help of a support ticket. Now I will show you how you can download Cookery Lite free theme from our site. Just click on Download Now button, add in your email address, first name and last name, then click on Download Now. Your theme will be emailed to you in your email address in a zip format. Now I will log into my WordPress dashboard and I will show you how you can easily search for the theme from the dashboard and install and activate it. To install and activate Cookery Lite free theme, you'll first of all have to log in to your WordPress dashboard. Go to Appearance, then click on Themes. Click on Add New. From the search bar, type in Cookery Lite. And here, the theme has appeared. Click on Install. And now, click on Activate. As you can see from the screen, the theme has been installed and activated. Now, the next step would be to begin installing and activating the recommended plugins. So click on Begin Installing Plugins. Select all of the plugins by ticking into this little box. From the drop-down option, select Install, then click on Apply. Again, select all of the plugins. From the drop-down option, click on Activate and click on Apply. The plugins have been installed and activated successfully. Do not miss this step because these plugins will come in handy when we later have to add various features to our website. Now we will go back to our dashboard. Next, you have to activate the Delicious Recipes plugin, and the step is very crucial. Since Cookery Lite theme is compatible with Delicious Recipes plugin, you can easily create your recipes with step-by-step instructions. Click on Complete Delicious Recipes Activation now. Click on Proceed to set up. From here, you can enable your plugin typography. When you enable this option, you can use typography fonts from plugin. If you want to use themes default plugins, you can disable this. If you want to change the color of your recipe card, okay, let me show you one from the demo page. I have opened the demo page in the new tab over here so that we can take references from the page, as well as we can also make some side-by-side comparison between the recipes as we keep on creating them. So let me open one of the recipes over here. If you come down, this is the recipe card. So using the settings over here, you can change the primary color, the secondary color. You can add in the hex value and also make adjustment to your RGB color values. I'm going to stick with the default settings. So click on Next Step. If you want to change the recipe page slugs and permalinks, you can do that from here. Click on Next. So these are the additional settings. From here, you can make your recipes display on the home page and you can select your recipe search page. So we will select Recipe Search Page, then click on Finish. Now we will navigate back to Settings. We are going to skip this portion. You can go ahead and configure Delicious Recipes settings even before you start creating any recipes. But just to make sure that you understand what these settings are for and also the differences that these settings make on your recipes, I'm going to first of all create the recipe and then I will come back to these settings. So I'm skipping these for now. We will go back to our dashboard. Before we start creating our recipes, there is one more thing that we have to take care of. Go to Pages and click on All Pages. We will configure our page templates. I will show you the benefits later. You have to configure the page templates for recipe cooking methods, courses, cuisines, keys, and tags. To do that, all you have to do is click on Quick Edit. Then on your right hand side, go to Template, click on it. From the drop down option, select Template as Recipe Cooking Methods and click on Update. Similarly, for our recipe courses, click on Quick Edit. So the title is Recipe Courses, which means from underneath Template, we will select Recipe Courses. Then click on Update. Do the same for cuisines, keys, and tags. After this is done, let's go back to our dashboard and now we will start creating our recipes. There are two ways through which you can create recipes in Cookery Lite. One is from custom post type, which is from here, and the next one is by creating your post using the Gutenberg editor, which is from posts. I will show you how you can create recipes from both methods, and the one that you find more convenient, easier, and flexible as per your preference, you can go with that method. So first, we will create recipes with custom post type. So hover your mouse around recipes, then click on Add New. The first thing that we have to do is add in the title and the description. So what I'm going to do is, from the recipe that I have opened here in the demo page, we will create exact same recipe from our dashboard. So I'm just going to copy the same title and add it over here. Then add a short description. Again, I'm going to copy the same description from the demo page and I'm going to paste it here. If you scroll down to Recipe Settings, this is the section through which you can populate a recipe card. So let's start adding all of the information and we will start with recipe info. The first thing we will do is add recipe subtitle. So recipe subtitle can be a few words that explains or summarizes your recipe in a sentence, just like how it is shown in the demo page. If you go to the top, this is your recipe subtitle. I'm going to copy the same subtitle and I'm going to paste it here. To add in the recipe description, just click over here. You can also stretch it out from here if you wish to. I would highly recommend you to add in a recipe description because that contributes to SEO. So again, I'm going to go back and from the recipe card, I'm going to copy the description, come back and paste it here. Next, you can also add in the recipe keywords. So recipe keywords will be displayed right at the bottom of your recipe card over here. I'm going to copy these keywords and I'm going to paste it here, but you can add in the keywords of your choice. The keywords will also be used for SEO schema. From here, you can select your difficulty level from beginner to intermediate to advanced. You can add in the preparation time, cooking time, and rest time from here. So if you add in the preparation time as 45, cooking time as 45 and rest time as 45, the total duration time will be calculated automatically. If you wish to add in the calorie information, you can add it from here, but you can also skip this portion if you do not know about this particular information. From here, you can select the best season for your recipe. It can be fall, winter, summer, spring, or suitable throughout the year. Click on Save Changes. The next section is that of ingredients, so click on it. From here, you can add in the number of servings. You can add in your ingredient title from here. I'm simply adding ingredients, but you can go with the title of your choice. To start adding ingredients, click on Add Ingredients section. From here, you can add in the quantity of your ingredient. From here, you can select the unit. Now, the units that are mentioned or listed out in this drop-down list ranges from grams, kilograms to pints, pinches, quarts, and results. But if you still cannot find the unit that you would like to add in your recipe, then you can also custom a unit. To do that, just click on Save Changes to make sure that all the changes that we've made so far are saved. Now we will navigate back to Settings. From under Recipes, click on Settings. Go all the way to the bottom to Miscellaneous Settings. Click on Add Custom Unit. So let's just say that the unit you want to add is tons. You have to fill in the information about that particular unit in each of these boxes. So we'll add the unit as T, add in the singular as ton, singular abbreviation as T, plural as tons, and plural abbreviation as T. Click on Save Changes. You can add in the unit of your choice. Now we will go back to All Recipes, then click on Edit to the recipe that we had been creating. Scroll down, go to Ingredients. Then from the unit, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see the newly added custom unit has been shown. So like this, you can also create a custom unit. Now select your unit, then add in your ingredient. You can add in extra notes from here, just like how it is shown in the demo page. If the ingredient is about adding oil and if you want to be specific, you want to add a certain note, then you can add a note like this. If you want to add various sections or categories for your ingredients, then you can also do that. Let's say that your main ingredient is chicken, and you want to add ingredients that are required to prepare your main ingredient here, then you can add in your main ingredient over here, then keep on adding the rest of the ingredients from here. If you want to add more ingredient, just click on Add Ingredients, then enter the quantity, add in the ingredient name, and add in the note if they are applicable. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more ingredients. Now, if you want to add a different section of additional toppings, all you have to do is click on Add Ingredient section, add in the title for your new ingredient section, then click on this arrow over here, then start adding the quantity. Following the same process, you can keep on adding more ingredients. After you are done adding all of your ingredients, click on Save Changes. Now we will move on to instructions. You can change the section title of your instructions section from here. To add in the instructions, click on Add Instruction section. If you want to add in the title to your instructions, then you can also add in the title over here. So let's just say you want to categorize your instructions, then you can add in the main instruction here, then keep on adding rest of the instructions that add up to the main instruction over here. To add in another instruction section, you'll have to click over here, then click on this arrow over here and keep on adding more instructions. I'm going to delete this instruction section because I do not want to categorize my instructions here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to skip adding the titles here. I'm just going to click on this instruction section over here. You can also stretch this from here. Then I'm going back to the demo page. I'm going to copy the same instruction that is given over here. Come back and paste it. If you want to add in a video, you can click on add video, then add in the link to your YouTube or Vimeo URL over here. If you want to add in notes, click on add notes and add in the desired notes over here. To add in the image to your instruction so that your instruction is even more clearer to your visitors, all you have to do is click on add image, then select the image that you want to upload. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload all of these images at once. Then click on open. I have also added the recommended image sizes in the description box below, so please make sure you check that out before you upload your images. You can also find the recommended image sizes in the text documentation of Cookery Lite free theme. All the images that you upload from here will be stored in the media library section over here. Now we will select the desired image, click on add, and it will be displayed over here. Similarly, to add more instructions, click on add instruction, click over here, add in your instruction, click on add image, then select your desired image and keep on adding more instructions. You can add videos and notes in each of your instructions. After you are finished adding your instructions, click on Save Changes. Next, we will move on to Gallery. If you wish to add more images that are related to your recipe, then you can simply enable the image gallery, then click on Add New Image. You can keep on adding more images one by one like this. If you want to add in a video gallery, you can simply enable this option. Then you can add in the link to your YouTube or Vimeo video. Simply copy and paste the link to the respective video, then click on Add Video, which will be shown like this. Again, click on Save Changes. Now for your nutrition, these are the various nutrition options that are given over here. And the nutrition that applies to that recipe, you can add in the information. Whatever information you add over here will be shown over here as updated. You can also skip this portion if you wish to, but if you want your users to know about the nutrition facts, then you can add in the information to the respective nutrition boxes over here. I'm just randomly filling in some of the details here. Then click on Save Changes. Lastly, if you wish to add in some notes to your recipe, then click over here and you can add in the note like it is showing in the demo page over here. If you scroll down, you can easily add in your note. I'm going to copy and paste the same note. Now click on Save Changes. Now we will move over to our right hand side and we will start creating new courses. To create the new course, click on Add New Course, add in your course name, then click on Add New Course or click on Enter button. For example, if the course name is Breakfast, I'm simply going to type it in here, then either click on Add New Course or click on Enter. What you can do is you can create all the courses at once and assign the courses that apply to this particular recipe. After I have added all the courses, I can assign the ones that apply to this recipe and I can uncheck the rest of the courses. So for example, if this recipe is about dinner and lunch, then I can uncheck rest of the options. Similarly, to create the cuisines, click on Add New Cuisine, add the cuisine name, then click on Add New Cuisine or click on Enter. Following the same process, you can create more cuisines and assign the cuisines that apply to this particular recipe or other recipes that you create in the future. So if I want to assign these particular cuisines, then I can simply tick into the respective boxes so that these cuisines get assigned to the recipe that I have just created. Moving on, you can also add cooking methods. Just click on Add New Cooking Method, then add your cooking method name. It can be frying, roasting, baking, any cooking method that are required for the recipe that you have created. Click on Enter or just click on Add New Cooking Method. Following the same process, keep on adding cooking methods, and just like how we did with courses and cuisines, you can simply assign the cooking methods that apply to your recipe that you have created and also to all the recipes that you will be creating in the future. Next, you can also add tags from here. Just make sure that you separate your tags with commas if you have added one. From here, you can add in the recipe keys. So currently I have added gluten-free. You can also add other recipe keys such as dairy or vegetarian or vegan, and other recipe keys that applies to your recipe. I would highly recommend you to add in the courses, cuisines, and cooking methods because this will help categorize your recipes into different categories. And this is very important because if you go over to our demo page, if you go here under templates, you can see various categories. So if you go into recipe courses or cuisines, as you can see, it will help your users narrow down their search from different courses that you have created and assigned to your recipes. So under breakfast course category, various cuisines that are listed under breakfast are showing, and it is the same with the rest of the categories. The same thing applies for recipe cuisines, cooking methods, and so on. Let's go back. Next, if you go to the top, you can also fix your URL slug or permalink from here. Come down. Next, we will set our featured image. I would highly recommend you to add in a featured image. So click on Set Featured Image, then select the image of your choice. Click on Set Featured Image, and now click on Update. If you have not already published your recipe, the button will be shown as Publish because I have published this recipe before. Just to check how it looks on the site, it is showing me the update button. Okay, I'm going to view the recipe and I'm going to open the link in the new tab in our site. As you can see, this is how our recipe looks like. These are the images that we had added from the gallery. If you scroll down, the description, our recipe card with author name, cooking method, cuisines that we had added, the recipe keys, the rest of the options that we filled in, description, ingredients, instructions, and also the video, along with the nutrition chart that we had added, and note with keywords at last. So that is how you create your recipe from custom post type. There is another way, like I had said in the beginning, that is to create a recipe using the Gutenberg editor from post. And now we will jump into that. Back to our dashboard. To create your recipe from the post, go to Posts, click on Add New. Whether you choose to create your recipe from custom post type or from the posts, the result that you will achieve will be the same. The only difference is the kind of flexibility that you will experience while creating your recipe with custom post type and post. You can choose the one that is more convenient for you. Now again, we will create the same recipe that we had created using custom post type. So for the title, I am again going to copy and paste the same title. I will do the same for description. To add in the recipe card, click on this add block option over here, then search for a dynamic recipe card. It is already showing over here, but if you don't immediately see it, you can also search it from here. Click on it, and as you can see, the recipe card has been added. You will be able to populate your recipe card and see the differences in real time. The first thing we will do is add in our recipe image. We will use the same image. Click on select and your image will be shown. So I just want to show you another method through which you can add the recipe card over here. Click over here on the add block option. Scroll all the way to the bottom till you see delicious recipes, and you can also select the blocks that you want to add from here, including the dynamic recipe card, which has already been selected and is showing here. Now we will select the block again and we will add in the rest of the information. So scroll down. You can change the author name from here. You want to add in the cooking method. Just scroll down. So you can add in your cooking method, cuisine, and course from here. Let's add our cooking method. Click on enter. Let's add our cuisine. In a similar way, let's add our course. We will also add the recipe key. Let's go with vegan and dairy free. Now you can select the difficulty level from here and you can add in your prep time. So let's say you've added the prep time, cook time, and rest time all as 30. To calculate the time, from the right hand side, just scroll down to display preparation time and click on calculate total time. Your total time will be shown here. You can add in your servings, calories, and select the best season from here. Also, you can change the various labels that are showing from the respective boxes over here, and if you want to make any of these sections disappear, then you can also do that. You can simply disable these toggles, which will make these sections disappear. Now we will add in the description for our recipe. So back to our demo page. Copy the description, paste it here. You can also change the label of your description from here. Next, we will start adding our ingredients. So we'll just copy and paste our ingredient name from the demo page. So you can keep on adding more ingredients like this. If you want to insert another ingredient in between, then you can click on insert ingredient and add in a different ingredient name. If you want to add in an ingredient section to categorize your ingredients, then you simply have to click on add ingredient section, add in the title. So if you want to add in optional topping or any other categories, just add in the title over here. To add ingredients that fall under your ingredient section, click on add ingredient, then start adding your ingredients. To add in the instructions, just enter your instruction description over here. So back to our demo page, and I'm going to copy the same instruction and just paste it. If you want to categorize your instruction, then you simply have to add instruction section, click over here and add the instructions underneath the newly created section. To add in images to your instructions, simply click on this image icon, then select the images for your instructions. To add in the recipe card video, you can do that from here. You can either upload the video, or you can select the one from media library if you have already uploaded your video. My recommendation would be to upload your video to YouTube first and then paste the URL. It will be easier for you to promote your YouTube channel, and also to copy and paste the URL to your YouTube or Vimeo video. Just paste the link and click on apply. Your video will be shown over here. To add in the notes, again, I'm going to copy and paste the same notes. Lastly, to add the keywords, we will scroll down on the right hand side and add the keywords here. So again, I'm going to copy these keywords and paste them. Now we will publish our recipe. Now if we view the post, this is how it looks like. Okay, we have not added the featured image and we have also not added categories. So let's go back and finish adding them. To add the featured image, click on Post, click on Set Featured Image, select the image, click on Set Featured Image. Now to set the categories, setting categories for your post is important because we have created this recipe using the Gutenberg editor. So just click on Add New Category, give your category a name. Apply the ones that are applicable to the recipe that you have created, and now click on Update. So the post has been updated. If we go back to the post, then give it a refresh, you can see the categories have appeared as well as the image and our recipe card and all the information that we had added from our dashboard while creating the recipe. We will go to the top and back to our dashboard. So far, if we go back, we have only created one recipe using the Gutenberg editor and one recipe using the custom post type. Following the same process like how I showed you, I'm going to create few more recipes and then we can continue with the video. So let me pause the video for a while. As you can see from the screen, I have created few more recipes. Now we will continue with our recipe settings that we had skipped in the beginning. So back to our settings under recipes. Let me briefly walk you through all of them one by one. So let's access our site. Hover your mouse around this house icon and click on Visit Site. I'm going to open the link in the new tab. And after adding all the recipes, our site looks something like this. Let's go back to the dashboard. The first option is to display recipes on home page. If we disable this option, click on Save Changes, go back to our site, give it a refresh. Then all the latest recipes will not be shown in our homepage anymore. The recipes that we created using custom post type, only this recipe is showing because we created this recipe from posts using Gutenberg editor. If you enable this option, click on Save Changes, come back, give it a refresh. Your recipes will show again on your homepage. You can determine the number of recipes per page from here. You can simply add in the number of recipes that you want to display per page, and that particular number of recipes will be shown per page in your site. Next is recipe details. You go back, let's open one of the posts and scroll down to the recipe card. From here, you can select your ingredient line format, which is now set like this: quantity, unit, ingredient, and notes. Like how it is showing, you can change it from here. Next, you can enable or disable the global recipe toggles. So for now, the author section has been disabled, which is why it is not showing here. If you go back, enable the author section, click on Save Changes, come back, give it a refresh, then author section will be shown. You can do the same for any other icon. If you scroll down, here are more options available. From here, you can enable or disable your recipe navigation. If you go to your site, scroll all the way to the bottom of one of your recipe posts. This is the recipe navigation. If you disable this, click on Save Changes, go back, give it a refresh, then your recipe navigation will not be shown anymore. Similarly, if you want to make your recipe card powered by section disappear, then you can do that from here. And that particular section is gone. There are more options here, that is to enable or disable the recipe author, enable or disable the published date, and enable or disable the comment section in your recipe posts, which you can do from here. So if you go back to your site, go all the way to the top, this is your author section, this is the published date. If you disable both of these options, click on Save Changes, give it a refresh, they will not be shown anymore. I'm going to enable all of these, but you can go ahead and make your preference. Next is the recipe archive. From here, you can make various configurations of your recipe archive page. I have already explained appearance, so I will not go into this. From permalinks, you can change the custom URL structure for your recipe base, course base, cuisine base, cooking method base, key base, and tag base. These are the default permalinks or URL structure. You can easily go ahead and add in the custom URL structure of your choice. Next is social sharing. So just enable these. If you go over to our demo page and open any of the recipes, go all the way to the bottom. This is the social sharing option section, and this is what you can achieve from here. You can change the social share title from here. You can add in the content for your Instagram and Pinterest from the boxes here. I'm going to copy and paste the same content here. Click on Save Changes, go back to your site, go to the bottom, give it a refresh, and your social sharing option section has now appeared. Next is the review ratings. From here, you can enable or disable to allow your readers to rate your recipe. You can change the rating label from here. If you go back to your site, scroll further down, this is what you can achieve with this section. If you disable it, click on Save Changes, come back, give your site a refresh, then that option will disappear. Select your preference and click on Save Changes. Next is the author settings. Now again, if you go back to the demo page, this is what the author settings section helps you to achieve. Let's enable the author profile and also enable Show Author Archive Header. You can select a recipe author from here, add in the author name from here, add in a subtitle over here, like how it is showing in the demo page. I'm going to copy the same subtitle and paste it here. Next, add in a description describing the author. Again, I have copied and pasted the same description from the demo page. You can upload the author photo from here. If you do not want to display the photo in profile, you can leave it blank. Just click on Add Image, select the image of your choice, click on Add or Replace Image. Scroll down, here are more options. The option is to add various social media links underneath your author section in each of your recipes. Enable the social profile links, copy and paste the link to your social media pages or your social media profiles in the respective social media boxes over here. After you have finished adding all of the links, click on Save Changes. Now we will go back, give our site a refresh, and here the author section has appeared with all of the social media links showing and also the information along with the picture that we had added. Let's go back. Next is the print settings. If you go to your site, go to the top, you can see the print recipe option available over here. You can configure the print recipe option for your users with the help of print settings. The first option is to enable to show the print recipe button. If you disable it, click on Save Changes, go back, give your site a refresh, then print recipe option will not be shown anymore. You can change the print recipe button text from print recipe to anything else that you like. If you want to upload the logo, you can do so from here. Next, you can also allow your users to customize to enable or disable the information in the print template. So if you click on Save Changes after you have enabled your print recipe button, go back, give your site a refresh, the button is showing. If your users or visitors decide to print the recipe, then they will click over here. Here are various print options that are available. If you allow your users to customize the information in their print template, then this option will be shown. If you disable it, click on Save Changes, go back, give it a refresh, then that option will not be shown anymore. Only print option will be shown. If you choose to allow your users to customize, then you can also select what sections display in your print recipe option. So if you select all of them, click on Save Changes, go back, give it a refresh, then the print options along with the sections that you choose to display will be shown. All of these sections are showing as the print options in your print template. Furthermore, you can change the recipe link label from Read It Online to anything else that you want, which is this label over here. Next, you can also display your social sharing info, embed author information, and add in a thank you message like this at the end of your print template, like it is showing right now. The social sharing options and the author section option, as well as the thank you message. If you decide to disable these informations, click on Save Changes, go back, give it a refresh, then those options will not be shown anymore. Select your preferences and do not forget to click on Save Changes. If you do not click on Save Changes, then your settings will not be saved and they will not be reflected in your site anymore. Next is Nutrition. In your recipe card, this is the nutrition section. You can customize that from here. If you disable to show the nutrition facts, click on Save Changes, go back, give your post a refresh, then the nutrition facts will not be shown anymore. From here, you can select your nutrition facts text default label. You can change the daily value disclaimer from here. If you wish to display the nutrition facts in standard mode, then you can do it from here. If you wish to display nutrition with 0 values, you can do that from here. Click on Save Changes. Let's go back, give your post a refresh, and after the changes made, this is what your nutrition section will look like. This is the nutrition facts label and the disclaimer. Again, select your preference and click on Save Changes. With that, the changes will reflect in your recipe card. Next is the search settings. Let's go to our recipe search page. Go to Pages, click on All Pages, open this page in the new tab over here, and we will go to Recipe Search page. Click on View. Okay, so you go back to your dashboard. From here, you can select a recipe search page, which we have already selected. If you remember at the beginning when we were setting up our Delicious Recipes plugin, from here we can enable or disable to show the search bar on search page, which is the search bar over here. If you disable it, click on Save Changes, go back to the page, give it a refresh, it will not be shown anymore. As opposed to when you enable it and click on Save Changes, go back, refresh it, and it will be shown. These are the search filter fields. If you do not want to display certain sections, you can simply uncheck these little boxes. Click on Save Changes, go back, give your page a refresh, and only the selected fields will be shown. From here, you can change the default filter labels, which are now set as default from the respective boxes over here. Then click on Save Changes. Again, select your preference as per your choice. Next is the Miscellaneous Settings. So we have already configured the custom units. I will not go into this. One more option that you have is that you can upload your custom icon from here for your taxonomy icons. So for example, if you add in this particular logo, and it is recommended that you add in a PNG image to add in the taxonomy icons. Now if you click on Save Changes, and let's say you are adding recipe keys. So if you want to add in the taxonomy SVG icon, the one that we have added before, you can just go to PNG icons, and this icon that you had added from there will be shown right over here, along with the icons that were already here. So that is it about the Delicious Recipes settings. If I have missed anything, or if there is anything that you did not understand, make sure you drop your question in the comment section below. I will also leave a link to creating the support ticket in the description box below so that you can easily raise a support ticket for any questions, confusions, or queries that you might have. We will go back to our dashboard, and finally we will access our customizer. To do that, go to Appearance, under Themes, click on Customize. I'm going to open the customizer in the new tab. So these are the customizer settings that you get with Cookery Lite Free theme. We will go through each of them one by one. If you click on Pro Available View Pro theme, you will be taken to the sales page of Cookery Pro theme. From demo and documentation, you can have access to the demo link, which I have already opened here, and the documentation link from here. Next is the site identity. You will be able to create a unique site identity for your website from here. So let's start with adding a site logo. To add a site logo, click on Select Logo, select the logo of your choice, click on Select. You have the option to crop your logo. I'm going to skip cropping, and here my site logo has appeared. You can also change the width of your site logo. You can either make it smaller by adding in a small value, or make it appear bigger by adding in a bigger value. You can make your site title and tagline disappear if you have added your logo here by simply unchecking this little box. But if you want to add your site title and tagline, you can also do that. Check into this box over here. I'm going to remove the logo for a while. You can edit your site title from here, and you can do the same with the tagline. If you scroll down, you have the option to change your site title font from here. Just go ahead and select the font of your choice from the list of available fonts. Depending upon the font family that you choose, you can also select the style. From here, you can select your site title font size. You can either increase them or decrease them. I'm going to make the site title and tagline disappear and select the site logo. From here, you can add in the site icon. Site icon are the tiny images that appear next to browser tabs, bookmark bars, and within the WordPress mobile apps. Select the site icon of your choice. Click on select. It will again give you the option to crop the image. I'm going to crop the image this time. And here, this image that is showing over here is your site icon. After you are done, click on publish. Next, we will add various social medias to our header section, which will display right over here. To do that, go to General Settings, go to Social Media Settings, enable the toggle right over here, click on Add New Links. The process is very simple. You have to search for your desired social media icon. For example, if you are searching for Facebook, search for Facebook from the search bar. Then the icon will appear. Click on the icon. Inside of the link box, you have to copy and paste the link to your official Facebook page or the related social media that you will add. As soon as you add the link, you will see small icon appearing here. Following the same process, keep on adding more social media links of your choice. After you have finished adding all of your social medias, click on Publish and they will be shown over here. Let's go back. Next is the Appearance Settings. Under Appearance Settings, from Colors, you can select the primary, secondary, and background color of your site. If you scroll down, these are your primary colors, the green color that is showing here. Over here, to change this color, click on Select Color, then select the color from the color palette, move around your pointer and your slider to get to the color of your choice. So for example, if I choose this particular color, you can see the color or primary color rather of your entire site has been changed. To set the color back to default, click on Default button and they will be set back to default. You can also select the secondary color of your theme. To do that, click on Select Color. The secondary color is this red color that is showing over here. Just select the color from the color palette, then move around your pointer and the slider to select your secondary color. To set it back to default, click on Default. To select the background color, again the process is same. Click on Select Color. Select the color from the color palette, move around your pointer and the slider to get to the color of your choice. To switch it back to default, click on Default. If you have made any changes, don't forget to hit Unpublish. Next is the background image. You can also set a background image for your site. Click on Select Image for that. Select the image of your choice, and that particular image will be displayed as your background image. From under Preset, you have Default, Fill Screen, Fit to Screen, Repeat, and Custom options. You can play around with these options and select the one that you like the most. From here, you can select the position of the image in various directions. From under Image Size, you can select the image size from Original to Fit to Screen to Fill Screen. The last two options give you the choice to repeat or not repeat the background image, or to scroll or not scroll the image with page. For example, right now the image is scrolling with page, but if you uncheck this option, then the image will not scroll with page, it will just stay in one place. So go ahead and make your preferences. I'm going to remove the background image because I do not want to add it to my site. But if you have, don't forget to hit on publish. Next is the typography. So you can change the primary and secondary font as well as control the font size of your entire site. These are your primary fonts. And these are your secondary fonts. To select the primary font, just select the font of your choice from the drop-down option and they will be changed. The change will be reflected throughout your site. Next is the secondary font. Just like how we did with the primary font, select the font of your choice from the list of drop-down option and your font will change immediately. If you slide this button over, your font size will increase. If you slide this button under, then your font size will decrease. I'm going to change the font sizes back to the way they were before, but you can go ahead and select the ones that fits the best for your site. Click on Publish to save the changes. We are done with our appearance settings. Next is the layout settings. Under General Sidebar Layout, you have three options: Page, Post, and Default Sidebar Layout. I will not go into Page Sidebar Layout. I will only explain Post Sidebar Layout and Default Sidebar Layout because the concept of Post and Page Sidebar Layout is the same. So whatever concept I explain in Post Sidebar Layout, you can apply the same concept in the Page Sidebar Layout. Since the Post Sidebar Layout only applies for those recipes that are created with posts, I will have to open one of the recipes that was created from posts using the Gutenberg editor. This is the recipe that I created using posts, and how we can differentiate the recipes created from the custom post type to the recipes created from Gutenberg editor or from all posts is just by how they are displayed on the site. The recipes created using the custom post types look like this, whereas the recipes created using all posts look like this. So let's open this up. Currently, the sidebar layout selected for this post is the left sidebar layout. If you choose right, then the sidebar will go to the right. If you select no sidebar layout, it will have no sidebar layout to it, and so on. That is because you can select the default post sidebar layout from 4 of these options. So whatever sidebar layout you apply from here, for example, if you select a right sidebar layout as your default sidebar layout, then for all of the recipes that you create using the posts, for all of them, the default sidebar will be to have the right sidebar layout. The cool thing is that you can have a different sidebar layout for each of the recipe that you create using posts. How you can do that? Let's navigate back to our dashboard. Go to posts. Let's create a new post. Let's add in the title, description, and create a new recipe card. After you have finished creating your recipe using all posts, you have to go all the way to the bottom. From here, you can select different sidebar layout for each of your posts. So currently, default sidebar layout has been selected in default. If you want a full width centered sidebar layout, just click on Publish. And after you do that, if you view this post in the new tab, you will see that this post has no sidebar layout to it. You can go ahead and select the sidebar layout of your choice from any of the sidebar layout options that are given here. For now, I have chosen the left sidebar layout. If you go back give the same site a refresh, then it will have left sidebar layout to it. To summarize everything, you can select custom sidebar layout for each of the recipes that you create using the posts from sidebar layout options over here at the time of creating your post or your recipe, whereas to apply a default sidebar layout to all of the recipes that you create using posts, you have to select one of the sidebar layouts from the post sidebar layout. If you still have confusions about selecting the sidebar layout, then please drop it down in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team. Okay, let me cross out the extra tabs. Next is the default sidebar layout, which is the general sidebar layout for your entire site. So this sidebar layout applies to your whole site. It does not matter whether your recipes are created from custom post type or using the posts from Gutenberg editor. Currently, the default sidebar layout selected is the right sidebar layout. You can select left or the one without any sidebar layout to it. I'm going to select the right sidebar layout, but you can go ahead and make your preference. After you are done, click on Publish to save your changes. Next is the front page settings. So click on it. The first option is the banner section. Under banner options, you have 3 different options available. The first is to disable your banner section altogether. You can select this option if you do not want the banner to appear here anymore. I want to have my banner displayed as slider out of the 3 different options available, but I will also explain to you in brief about the static or a video call to action banner. So select static or a video call to action banner. Here you will find 3 different options. The first one is to have a header video. The second is to feature one of the videos from your YouTube channel if you happen to own one. And the third one is to have a header image. If you wish to have a header video, click on select video, then select the video from the media library, or you can also upload your video from here. Click on the video you want to feature, click on choose video, and that particular video will be displayed on your banner. If you scroll down, you have the option to add in the title, subtitle, and call to action buttons. You can also change the text color of your title and subtitle from here, which will be displayed over here. You can add in your button 1 label from read more, or you can also change it. Then you can add in your banner 1 link. So the link can be a page or a post link that you want your visitors to land on when they click on the button 1 label. The same goes for button 2 label as well. You also have the option to let your users open the button 1 link in the new tab. So let me add in a link here so that this button is shown right over here. After you add in the banner 1 link, the read more or your call to action button 1 is shown here. You can do the same for button 2. Okay, let me remove this video. If you happen to own a YouTube channel and if you want to feature one of the videos from there, then you can also easily do that. Just copy and paste the link to your YouTube video and paste it over here. And your video from your YouTube channel will be featured here. The options at the bottom are the same for when you have a YouTube video featured as your banner. The third option is to have a static header image. So I'm going to remove the URL here. Click on Add New Image. Select the image that you want as your header or your banner. Click on Select and Crop. You can crop it from here if you wish to. Or you can also skip cropping. I'm going to skip cropping the image. And this is how your banner will look like with a static header image. Again, the options available at the bottom are same for when you have a static image as your banner. Next option is to have a banner as a slider. So select this one If you select your banner as a slider, then you have one more option, that is to select your slider content style. You can select it from latest post, category, or latest recipes. If you select latest posts, all the latest posts will be featured in your banner slider. If you select category, then the recipes from your chosen category will be displayed as banner slider. If you select latest recipes, then all of your latest recipes will be displayed on the banner section like how it is displaying right now. Underneath, there are more options. The first one is to enable auto slider to enable the auto transition. The second option is to enable your slider to go on in a loop. The third option is to enable or disable the slider caption, which are showing on top of each of the recipes that are featured on your banner slider. From here, you can enable or disable to use the full image in slider. You can go ahead and play around with these options and select the banner option of your choice. Click on Publish after you have made the changes. Next is the promotional section. To add a promotional section or a featured section, click on Add a Widget, and as it is given over here, you have to search and add Blossom Image Text Widget. You can search for the widget from here, just type in image text, or you can also manually search from here. I can see the widget from here, but just to show you how to search the widget, just type in image text as it is given over here, then the image text widget will appear over here. Click on it. You can add in the title here if you want to. Click on Add Image Text. Click on Upload. Select the image that you want to upload. Click on Select. Add in the link text and the featured link to the page or the post that you want your visitors to land on when they click the link text, which will appear on this image. If you click on Apply, this is how your promotional section will appear. This is the button, the link text, and if your visitors click on this button or this link text, then they will land on the page or the post of which the link that you add over here. Following the same process, we will add two more boxes to the promotional section. Click on Add Image Text, click on Upload, select the image, click on Select, add in the link text and the featured link. Click on Add Image Text again, click on Upload, select the image of your choice, click on Select, add in the link text, add in the link text, add in the featured link, and after you have finished applying the promotional sections, click on Apply, which will be shown over here. You can apply all of the three boxes at once and then click on Apply. Click on Done and click on Publish. Next is the About section, but before we go into this, we have to create an About page from the dashboard. So let's go back, go to Pages, All Pages, click on Add New, add in the title, description, and the featured image for your About page. To set the featured image, click on Set Featured Image, select the image of your choice, click on Set Featured Image. If you want to add in an excerpt, which will be shown in the About section of your site, then you can copy and paste the excerpt from here. If you go to your demo page, and if you want the excerpt of your choice to display, like how it is showing over here, then you can copy and paste your desired excerpt portion over here, or you can also leave it out. I'm going to leave it out and I'm going to click on Publish. So the page has been published. If you view the page in the new tab, this is how the About page looks like. Now we will go back and we will access our customizer once again. Let's scroll down to the front page and to the About section. Click on Add a Widget as it is given over here. Search for Blossom Featured Page Widget and add it. I can see it from here, but you can also search it from the search widget bar. Click on it. From under page, from the drop-down option, select About, which is the page that we have just created. You have two more options here, that is to show the full page content. If you click over here, the full page content will be shown. If you click on Show Featured Image, then the featured image that you had added will also be displayed. If you do not want to show the full page content, or if the content of your About page is very long, then you can uncheck this option, and rather you can check in the Show Read More option, which will display a button Read More over here. You can select the Read More text. From here, you can edit it to the label or the text of your choice. You also have the option to let your users or visitors open the Read More link in the same tab. I'm going to select Show Full Page Content, and from here you can select the image alignment from right to left to centered. I'm going to select the second option, click on Done and click on Publish. Go back, give it a refresh, and your About section is now showing. Let's go back. Next is the featured recipe section, which will enable to show all of your featured recipe at the bottom of your home page. To do this, let's go back to our dashboard once again. We will go to Recipes, click on All Recipes. To feature the recipes of your choice, which will display at the bottom of your home page, all you have to do is, if you look on to your right hand side, here are the star signs that are given over here. Just click on to these signs to feature them at the bottom of the home page. After you do this, go back to the customizer, and I'm just going to disable the featured recipe option, and I'm going to enable it again, just as a way to refresh the customizer. And as you can see, all of the featured recipes that you had selected from your dashboard will be displayed as your featured recipes. You can change the title from featured recipes to anything else that you want. From here, you can also add in the subtitle. I'm going to skip adding the subtitle. From here, you can select the number of recipes that you want to display in your featured recipe section. You can either increase it by sliding this toggle or button over, or decrease it by sliding this button under. From here, you can select the background image for your featured recipe section. Click on Select Image, then select the image of your choice. Let's go with this one. Click on Choose Image, and it will be displayed somewhere over here. I'm going to remove the background image because I do not want it to be displayed. If you have an image that looks good over here, just like how it is showing in our demo page, then you can add it. Click on Publish to save the changes. Next is the Client section. From here, you can select the background image of your client section, but let me first configure the client section. To configure the client section, click on Add a Widget. As it is given over here, add Blossom Client Logo Widget. I can see it over here, but you can also search for the widget. Click on it, add in the title from here. Next, click on Add Another Logo. Click on Upload. Select the logo of your choice. Click on Select. Add in the featured link to the page or the post that you want your visitors or clients to land on when they click this logo over here. Just like this, keep on adding more logos. Click on Add Another Logo. Click on Upload. Select the logo that you want to upload. Click on Select and add in the featured link. After you have finished adding all of the logos, click on Apply and all of your logos will be displayed over here. If you scroll to the top, then you also have the option to make your logos display in black and white. These logos are already displaying in black and white, so I don't have any need for this. If you wish to display your logo in black and white and your logos are colorful, then you can select this option. You also have the option to let your users or visitors open the link that you have added to these logos in the same tab. From here, you can choose the background for your client section. Click on Select Image, then select the image of your choice. Click on Choose Image, and your image will appear somewhere over here. If you publish the changes, go back to your site, give it a refresh, come all the way to the bottom, then this is how the background image will look like. If you have an image that looks better as a background image, then you can add that, just like how it is showing in our demo page. I'm going to remove this because I do not want to add in a background image, but you can go ahead and select your preference. Click on Publish to save the changes. Let's go back. Next is the footer newsletter section. Before we make any configurations from here, we have to go back to our dashboard and create a newsletter. So back to our dashboard, go to Blossom Themes Email Newsletter, click on Add New. Let's start filling all of the information here one by one, starting with the title. Add in the title for your newsletter. Then from the field settings, you have to select either name and email or only email. If you select name and email, both name and email placeholder will be shown. You can change the label of the name, email, and submit button label from here. You can also enable the GDPR checkbox. Next, add in the form note asking your users and visitors to subscribe to you. From here, you can either select the background color or the background image for your newsletter. If you want to add in background color, simply click here, select the color from the color palette, move around your pointer and slider to come to the color of your choice. For this particular newsletter, I'm going to be choosing a background image. So click on Background Image, click on Upload Image, select the image of your choice, click on Use this image. You can also enable the overlay on the background. From here, you can select the font color. Click here, then select the color of your choice. I'm going to go with white. After you are done adding all of the information, click on Publish. Now, copy the shortcode over here. We will go back to our customizer. And before we enable our newsletter section, we will paste our newsletter shortcode. And finally, enable our newsletter section. This is what our newsletter looks like. If you wish to, you can also choose the background image for your newsletter. Just click on Select Image and select the image of your choice. The background image will appear something like this on your site. So if you have an image that looks good as the background of your footer newsletter section, then you can use it. Click on Publish to save the changes. We are done with our newsletter section. We'll go back, and we are also done with our front page settings. Next is the General Settings. Under General Settings, we have already completed Social Media Settings, so we will go to SEO Settings. Let's come down to our posts. The first option is to enable the last updated post date. So any post that you update, the updated post date will not be shown if you disable this option. For now, the updated post date is showing. If you disable this option, then the updated post date will not be shown. Next is to enable the breadcrumb. So breadcrumbs are, if you open one of your posts, this is what breadcrumbs are. If you disable this option, then it will not be shown anymore, as opposed to when you enable it, your breadcrumb will be shown. From here, you can change the breadcrumb from home text to anything else that you want. Just remove the current text and add in the text of your choice. I have set it back to the way it was before, and I would also highly recommend you to enable both your breadcrumb and last updated post date because they highly affect your SEO. Click on Publish if you have made any changes. We'll go back. Next is the Post Blogs and Pages settings. The first option is to hide prefix in archive page. Archive pages are your tags and your categories pages. So let's open one of the category pages here. Currently, the prefix is not being shown in archive page. If you hide it or disable the option, then the prefix will be shown. The next option is to enable or disable blog post image crop. If you enable this option, then it avoids automatic cropping of featured image in your home, archive, and search posts. If you want to improve the loading speed of your page, then you can enable this option. If you want to show the image in its full effect, then you can always disable the option. The next option is to enable the blog excerpt. So these are blog excerpts. If you disable this option, then full post content will be shown in the place of these excerpts. From here, you can also select your excerpt length in words. If you want to decrease the number of words, slide this button under. If you want to increase the number of words, then slide this button over. From here, you can change the blog title and also add in the blog description if you wish to. Let's go back to our home page. This is your blog title. If you want to replace it, then just remove the current title and add in the title of your choice. Similarly, if you want to add in blog description, you can add it here. Next, you can also change the read more text for your blog posts from here. From here, you can enable to show the like button in the blog or disable it. The options from single post image crop to show featured image affects your individual posts. So we will open one of our posts once again. Single post image crop is the same as blog post image crop option. The only difference is that it enables to avoid automatic cropping of featured image in single post. Next is to hide author section. Author section is this section right over here. If you enable to hide the author section, then the author section will not be shown anymore. Next is to show related post. These are the related posts. You can either enable or disable them. From here, you can change the related post section title from you may also like to anything else you want to. If you have created a portfolio page, then you can change the related portfolio title from here. The next option is to enable to show or hide the comments in single poster page from here. You can enable to show comment section right after post content from here. From here, you can enable or disable to hide category. For each of the blog posts, you can see the categories here. If you enable to hide category, they will not be shown anymore. Next is to enable or disable to hide post author, which is this. You can either enable or disable the option. Next is to hide the posted date, this one. You can either enable or disable them. Next is to show the featured image, which is this image right here. You can either enable or disable it. The choice is yours. After you have made your choices, click on Publish. If you still have doubt about any of the settings, then please leave your comments in the comment section below. We'll go back. Next is the newsletter settings. So we have already created a newsletter, a footer newsletter section in our homepage, but we can also create another newsletter and enable to show the newsletter in the bottom of a single recipe. So let's create a new newsletter. Let's go back from under Blossom Themes email newsletter once again. Click on Add New. Just like how we did before, let's add in title and fill in the rest of the information. I'm going to select field settings as name and email. Let's enable the GDPR checkbox here and add in our form route, which is a short message asking our visitors and users to subscribe to us. Even for this newsletter, I'm going to add the background image. So click on Upload Image, and I'm going to use the same background image that I had used earlier. Click on Use this image. You can also select the background color by selecting the color from the palette, moving around the pointer and the slider. Let's click on Publish after we have finished adding all of the details. Let's copy the shortcode back to our customizer, and we will go to one of the recipes from here and scroll all the way to the bottom to where the newsletter is supposed to display. Let's paste our newsletter shortcode. Now let's enable the newsletter section and also enable at the bottom. As you can see, the newsletter is now showing. Click on Publish. If you go back to your site, let's just randomly open one of the posts. Scroll to the bottom and you can see the newly created newsletter is showing at the bottom of each of the recipes. We'll go back. Next is Instagram settings. Before we enable our Instagram section, let's click this link over here. We have to make a few configurations from the dashboard from here. Click on Connect with Instagram. I have also added a link in the description box below to a video that will give you in-depth tutorial on how you can integrate your Instagram section to your website. If you are facing any issues with adding your Instagram section to your website, that video also addresses all of those issues. So make sure you check that out. Because I have previously connected Blossom Themes Instagram account with other sites, it is showing me a message like this. For you, it will ask you to fill in your login credentials and then click on Authorize or Allow. I'm going to click on Allow. You must have noticed the access token and username has been added automatically. From here, you can select the number of photos, photos per row, profile link text, and the rest of the options. Click on Save Changes. You must have noticed that after you click on Save Changes, the Connect with Instagram button has changed to Reconnect with Instagram, which means the configuration has happened successfully. Let's cross out these tabs. Okay, let's go to our home page. And we will scroll all the way to the bottom where Instagram is supposed to display. Enable our Instagram section. And as you can see, the Instagram section has now been integrated into our website. Click on Publish. If you go back to our site, go to the bottom, give our site a refresh. This is what our newly integrated Instagram section looks like. We'll go back. Next is the Miscellaneous Settings. The first option is to enable or disable the header search function in header. You can either enable or disable it. The next option is to enable or disable the portfolio image crop. Again, if you have added a portfolio section to your site, then you can enable this option to avoid automatic cropping of featured image in portfolio template. We'll go back. We are done with our general settings. Next is the menus. So let's start creating our navigation menu. I have also added link in the description box below to a video that will give you in-depth tutorial on how you can create navigation menu for your website. There are two ways through which you can create a navigation menu for your site. One is from the dashboard and the other one is from the customizer itself. For this particular video, I'm going to be creating menus from the customizer. So click on Create New Menu and we'll give our menu a name. Select the menu location as primary, which is the location right over here. Then click on Next. Click on Add Items. Let's start adding some of our pages. You can also go ahead and add in the recipes, custom links, various categories, and so on. I want to add in my home, about, and some of the recipe pages here. After you are done adding the pages, you will see that all the menu items that you have added in your primary menu are displaying in the primary menu locations, because a recipe cuisines, a recipe cooking methods, and recipe courses are appearing a bit long. I'm going to change their labels. So just click on your menu item. From under navigation label, you can easily edit the label of your menu items. I'm going to remove recipe for all of the menu items that are here. After you are done, click on Publish. In a similar way, we will create menu for our secondary menu location. So click on Create New Menu again. Let's give our menu a name. Let's select the menu location as secondary. Click on Next. Just like we did earlier, we are going to click on Add Items. This time I want to add in the search page and some of the categories. Which will be displayed over here. You can also sort and toggle your menu items like this. Whatever order you put them in, the same order will be displayed on your site. Again, I'm going to change the navigation label for recipe search page. After you are done, click on Publish. Now, finally, we will create our footer menu. Click on Create New Menu. Give your menu a name. Select the menu location as footer. Click on Next. Now, click on Add Items. Okay, let me scroll all the way to the bottom. And now click on Add Items. You can add the same items that you have added in your primary and secondary menu, so that your users will not have to scroll all the way to the top to be able to access those pages or those menu items. But at the same time, the footer menu can also be used to link and display your privacy policies pages, your terms and conditions pages, and so on. I'm going to add privacy policy page and terms and conditions page for the footer menu. For that, click on Custom Links, add in the link text here. Inside of the URL box, copy and paste the link to your privacy policy page. Then click on Add to Menu. Similarly, let's add Terms and Conditions page. Click on Add to Menu. You can sort and toggle them if you wish to. And after you are done, as you can see, your privacy policy and terms and condition pages have been added to your footer menu. Click on Publish to save the changes. If you go back to your site, let's give it a refresh. You can see the newly created menus is now displaying on your site, including your footer menu. We will go back. Next is the widgets. The first option is the sidebar widgets. Let's configure that. We already have a bunch of default sidebars that are displaying here. I will quickly remove all of them one by one. And now we can create a fresh one. The first sidebar widget we'll add is the author bio sidebar. Click on Add a Widget. Select the Blossom Author Bio widget. Now we will start adding the various details that are required here, starting with the title. You can also skip the title if you wish to. Add in the author name. To display the image, you can either display the photo from Gravatar or you can also upload the photo of your choice. Click on Uploaded Photo. Click on Upload. Select the picture that you want to display in your author bio. Click on Select and your desired image will appear over here. Add in the description here, which is now reflecting over here. If you have a graphic of your signature, then you can click on Uploaded Photo, click on Upload and select the graphic of your signature. If you do not have the graphic of your signature yet, click on Text and you can also type out your signature here. Which will display something like this. From here, you can add in the button label and you can add in the featured link over here. What you can do is, you can link your About page and add in the button label of your choice here. We will add the link to our About page. So back to our site, we will go to the About page, copy the link and we will simply paste it. After which, the button will be shown over here. You can also add various social media profiles that will appear beneath your author's sidebar section. Click on Add Social Profile. Search for the social media icons from here. If you want to add in Facebook, search for Facebook. Click on it. You have to copy and paste the link to your social media profile inside of the link box. Following the same process, I have added more social media icons. After you are finished adding all of the social media profiles, click on Apply and they will appear right over here. Click on Done and click on Publish. We will now go ahead and add various recipe widgets, but we will do so from our dashboard. There are two ways through which you can add widgets to your sidebar. One is from the customizer, just like how I showed you. And the second one is from dashboard. But even before we start adding the recipe widgets, there's one more thing that I would like to show you, and that is to create various taxonomies. These two things are quite interrelated, so it will be easier for you to first of all learn how to create taxonomies and then later add various recipe widgets. You can create recipe taxonomies such as courses, cuisines, cooking methods. So let me show you how you can create recipe taxonomies for courses and you can follow the same process for cuisines, cooking methods, recipe keys and so on. For that, we will go to Recipes, then click on Courses. Here are a bunch of courses that we have already created at the time of creating recipes. I will come back to these later. So if you want to add in a new course apart from the ones that are already here, let's say snacks, add in the course name here, add in the slug here. So slug is the URL friendly version of the name. It is all lowercase. If you wish to, add in a short description about your course. Let's select the taxonomy color. So just click on Select Color, select the color from the palette here, then move around your pointer and your slider to get to the color of your choice. Let's go somewhere between red and orange. Okay, I'm happy with this. Next, you can also add in the taxonomy image. Just click on Add Image and you can add in the image of your choice. Just like how I showed you earlier with the miscellaneous settings. I'm not going to add an image from here. You can also select the taxonomy SVG icon from here. You can select the icon from Font Awesome icons and you can also select from one of the PNG icons that are already here. Now let's click on Add New Course. As you can see, the new course has been added. Now let's assign this newly created course to our recipes. For that, let's go to All Recipes. So if you want to assign the course to this particular recipe, click on Quick Edit and from under Courses, scroll down, select Snacks by checking into this little box and click on Update. the snacks course taxonomy has been applied or assigned to this particular recipe. If we view this recipe, let's open it in the new tab. You can see, along with brunch and dessert, the snacks taxonomy has been added to it. If you click on snacks courses, then you can see the description that we added and the recipe that has been assigned to this particular course. Let's go back. So if we go to courses, there are already a bunch of courses that we had created at the time of creating the recipe. If you wish to change the taxonomy color or add taxonomy image or taxonomy SVG icon, click on edit. The name and slug has already been added to it. If you wish to change the color, click on select color. Then select the color of your choice. If you wish to add the image, click on add or replace image. If you wish to remove image, then you can click here. If you wish to add in the taxonomy SVG icon, just click over here. You can select the one from the recipe icons, font awesome icons, and PNG icons as well. Okay, let me select a taxonomy SVG icon here. Click on update. So this is how you can add taxonomy color, image, taxonomy SVG icon. So this is how you can do it. You can do the same for cuisines and cooking methods as well. If you have any questions about creating and assigning taxonomies, or if you are still not clear about the concept, make sure you drop the questions down in the comments section below, or you can also directly reach out to our support team. Let's go back to our dashboard. And now we will go ahead and start adding recipe widgets to our sidebar. To add recipe widgets from the dashboard, go to Appearance, then click on Widgets. On your left-hand side are the available widgets. You can easily activate it by dragging it to a sidebar or simply by clicking on it. So if we go to, or if we simply click on the sidebar widget, you can see that the Blossom Author Bio sidebar has already been added to it because we added this particular widget from the customizer. Now let's scroll down, and here are various delicious recipes widgets that we can add. Let's start adding them one by one. We will add delicious recipe categories widget first. So simply click on it. Then you have to select the sidebar from various options that are available here. Then click on Add Widget. After which, the widget will be added right underneath Blossom Author Bio sidebar widget. So from here, you can change the title. You can select the recipe taxonomy. You can either select recipe course, recipe cuisine, or recipe cooking method. Because I have just shown you how you can create and add taxonomies for your recipe course, I'm going to select this one. You can also choose categories. Simply click over here and you can select from the list of available categories. I'm going to select all of them one by one. At the bottom, you have two more options. You can either check in them or uncheck them. Click on Save. Now, if we go back to our site, give it a refresh first. So you can see that the author bio section has already been added. If you scroll down, here the recipe categories recipe widget has been added. If you remember, we had created and added taxonomy for snacks. We had chosen the bright orange color, which is displaying like this. For breakfast, we had edited this particular course and added from add taxonomy image, which is what is displaying over here. So this is how adding taxonomies will make difference in appearance and also when you add various recipe widgets to your sidebar. Let's go back to our dashboard. So following the same process, from under recipe categories, you can easily add in the recipe course, cuisine, and cooking method recipe widgets and display them on your sidebar. Next recipe widget that I want to add is delicious recipe keys. So click on it, select sidebar from the list of available options, click on Add Widget. You can change the title from here, then click on Done. Now we will go ahead and add delicious featured recipes. Again, click on it, select Sidebar, click on Add Widget. You can make various changes from here, such as the title, number of recipes, and style layout from 1 to. Click on Save. There are also other recipe widgets that are available here: delicious recent recipes, popular tags, and so on. I will add delicious recent recipes. So again, just click over here, select Sidebar, click on Add to Widget. I'm selecting Style Layout 2 for recent recipes, then click on Save. Click on Done. Let's go over to our site once again, give it a refresh. And you can see, along with the author bio and recipe categories widget, we also have recipe keys, featured recipes, and recent recipes widgets added to our sidebar. Now we will access our customizer once again. So go back and give it a refresh, just so that all the changes that we've made from the dashboard are also reflected here. We'll go to Widgets, click on Sidebar. You can see all of the sidebars that we have added are also reflecting here and also over here. Let's go back. Now you can also add footer areas 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's scroll all the way to the bottom for that. Click on Footer 1. The process of adding widgets to your footer areas is similar to adding widgets to your sidebar. Click on Add a Widget and you can add in the widget of your choice. Let's go ahead and add in Blossom Themes Email Newsletter widget. Click on it. Add in the title here. From the drop-down option, select one of the newsletters that you want to feature on your footer area number 1. And that particular newsletter will be featured here. You can also enable the GDPR checkbox if you wish to. And you can also upload newsletter icon from here. Click on Done. Let's go back. For our footer area number 2, click on Add a Widget. Let's add in a gallery. Add in the title from here. Click on Add Images. Then select the images that you want to feature in your gallery in footer area number 2 widget. Click on Create a New Gallery. You can also reverse order from here. Click on Insert Gallery and it will be featured over here. If you wish to edit gallery, then you can click on Edit Gallery and add or remove the images. Click on Done. For our footer area number 3, click on Add a Widget. Let's add Instagram widget. You can also search for the widget from here. Just type in Instagram or a few related keywords and look out for Blossom Themes Feed for Instagram widget. Click on it. The widget has appeared here. You can change the title, username, number of photos, photos per row, and profile link text from here. I will decrease my photos per row to 2 so that it looks something like this. Click on Done. For our footer area number 4, click on Add a Widget. Let's go ahead and add in Blossom Pinterest. You can change the title from here. Under the Pinterest URL box, copy and paste the link to your Pinterest profile. You can select or change your height in pixel from here. Just type in the value that you want to add. I do not want to feature footer area in my website, but you can go ahead and add them if you want to. Click on Publish to save the changes. Next is the footer settings. Under Footer Copyright Settings, you can edit this portion of the footer copyright text. So instead of Footer Copyright 2021 Recipe All Rights Reserved, If you want to add in or deduct anything, then you can do that. So instead of recipe, you want to add in yummy or anything else, then you can also do that. I'm going to change it back to the way it was before. Now, click on Publish to save the changes. The last one is the additional CSS. If you have your own CSS code, you can copy and paste it here to customize the appearance and layout of your site. After you paste your CSS code, make sure you hit on Publish so that the changes are reflected on your site. Let's go to the top. So that was it about Cookery Lite Free WordPress theme. Now we will go back to our site, go to the top, give it a final refresh, and take a look at how it has turned out. Well, that was it about the Cookery Lite Free WordPress theme. If you have any queries or confusions, then drop them down in the comment section below or reach out to our support team. I have added the link through which you can easily create a ticket and reach out to our support team in the description box below. If you liked this video, give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means a lot to us. Also, like I said in the beginning, make sure you follow us on all of our social media channels. The links are given in the homepage and also in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I will see you in my next video.